Good afternoon. Hello. Sunday, you guys. Sunday, and it's freezing. Why is it so? I mean, I get that it's winter, but seriously, why is it so cold? Oh, it's so cold that I can barely stand to hold my cup of coffee because my fingers hurt from the warmth. Okay, so where are we? Where are we? We're in chapter 3, Recipe for Turnabout. Of Trials and Tribulations, the third one in the trilogy. So we're nearly there. We're nearly there. A few more days and we should have nailed this. So yeah, let's do a couple more hours and see if we can at least finish the investigation and get back to trial. I'm not sure how many more days this goes on for, so let's pop into the game, shall we? Let's do a couple of hours. We're going to dinner for my sisters tonight, so that'll be nice. Something to look forward to this afternoon. Okay, so we're back at the office. Sure thing. Okay, so how do you think the trial went this morning? How do you think it went? Got a bit crazy in there. I just wonder if that killed our chances. Yeah, I guess it did get out of hand. Mr. Kudo's testimony did nothing to help us. Yeah, he was a bit of a pain, wasn't he? Plus, now we don't even know the identity of the waitress who laced the coffee. I mean, clearly it was that one that flashed. Didn't we see someone when we first went to Trebian? And I haven't seen her since. So, all we know is what old Mr. Kudo saw. The apron straps and the ribbon. And that the victim was wearing an earpiece when his eardrum was ruptured. Talk about a terrifying case of contradictionitis. The time to play doctor and find ourselves a cure then, huh? Yeah, we've got to find one for Maggie. She's going to have a terminal case of guilty. Okay, so let's go and check out Trebian then. How do I get there? From the detention centre? I guess Maggie's still in questioning. Surely they can't still be questioning her. But we've got questions to ask her too. Maggie, keep it down, Maya. This isn't a playground, you know. Okay, so let's go to Trebian. Empty, as usual. Yeah, and it's lunchtime too. That's it. Come on. Hey, that sounds right. Now just call an 8, pal. Come on, I know you can. He's getting really worked up about something. Oh, that's the wrong number. Looks like an 8 would have only netted me $5. What a rip-off. What's the problem, Detective Gumshoe? Huh? Oh, it's you. I was just listening to the radio, pal. To the radio? Hey, Detective Gumshoe's having lunch here. He is. And he's having the twin tea set. What can I say? What can you say? This is a nightmare. How am I supposed to look Maggie in the eye now, pal? You really drove her into a corner, you know? You always blow apart my testimony. Why, of all days, why didn't you do it today? Sorry, there just weren't any holes in it for once. Yeah. What happened? Usually your testimonies are like Swiss cheese. Swiss cheese? Would he have preferred crumbly, like aged parmesan? Anyway, this case has already been ruled on. There shouldn't be any holes left to find. So, did Maggie say anything to you about me, I mean? Well, How did she put it again? I can't believe Detective Gumshoe. I hate him, sir. I mean it. I don't ever want to see him again. Something like that. Please, Detective Gumshoe, I didn't mean... Why? Why is this happening? He's banging his head against the wall, Nick. Oh, man. Poor Gumshoe. Poor Gumshoe indeed. Okay, the lunch special then. So, did you like the twin tea set? I've never paid that much money for lunch before. I was so nervous, my hands were shaking. So, how did it taste? Well, for 20 bucks, I guess. I don't know how to describe it really. It was delicate. Delicate? You mean you liked it? It didn't taste bad to you? What's the matter with him? Looks like he's thinking. That's it. I've been trying to think of the right word to describe the taste. And I just realised. It's bad. That's it. Tasted bad. It's just kind of hard to admit it to yourself when you paid 20 bucks for it, you know? Maybe he should have found out the price after he had finished eating. Hey, Nick. Maybe that's why Glen Elk came here. Maybe he heard about the super fierce twin tea set. If by fierce you mean fearsome. Speaking of Glen Elk, that reminds me. We still hardly know anything about the guy. Why don't we ask Detective Gumshoe what he knows, seeing as he's here? Okay. Let's ask Detective Gumshoe. Okay. So, what were you all excited about earlier? Huh? That's right. You said you were listening to the radio or something? Oh, that was nothing. I wasn't excited. Come on, Detective Gumshoe. You can tell little old me. What were you listening to? Nothing really. It was just the daily exercise show. What were you really listening to, Gumshoe? I mean, you were clearly listening to something to do with a lottery ticket. The number 8 would have only won you $5. A sideline. This lunch special's lobster sure is great. Is it though? Then why are there tears in your eyes? Okay, so let's see what the magpie's got to say. The radio. All right, Detective Gumshoe. Tell me the truth. What were you listening to? No way, pal. Now that you've made a big thing out of it, I'm not going to tell you. We'll see about that, pal. Considering all the noise you were making while you were listening. It's pretty clear what kind of radio program it was. I'd say it was related to lottery tickets. I'm right, aren't I? You were listening to the lottery results, weren't you? You thought you'd try to win big, just like Glen Elk did. It's like you can see right through me. Huh? You've cracked him already. See, pal, that's why I said it was nothing. Okay. So, what were you actually doing? I'm usually pretty lucky, so I figured I'd give it a try. What's with everyone in the lottery? So, how did it go? I won 50 cents. It'd be better to win nothing at all than half a lousy book. I was so mad. Yeah, I know the feeling. I bought the same kind of ticket as Mr. Alksey. And they've got this special radio show where they announce the winning numbers. They even do the drawings live on air. It's intense, pal. I bet that's what Mr. Alk was listening to on the day he was killed. Yeah. What time is it now? It's just after 1:30. I know the lottery results always broadcast at the same time. Yeah, look, I've got this flyer when I bought the ticket. The most thrilling 10 minutes of your life every Monday at 1:30. Millionaire Radio. That sounds so cool. I want to try it, Nick. And buy a ticket, Maya, with your own money. Okay. So, do we know anything more about the victim? That's what we're trying to establish today, isn't it? This guy was a real programming genius. They called him the walking computer at the place where he worked. What happens when he crashes, though? Does he just stop moving all of a sudden? He wasn't literally a computer, Maya. Anyway, there's nothing between Maggie and the victim. Yeah, that's what we found out yesterday, too. Hey, Detective Gumshoe, don't you have any information that's a bit more fun? Fun? Oh, I know. So, have you paid a visit to where Mr. Eld worked yet? You might as well. His workplace? Where's that? Where is that? In Deedle. A computer firm called Blue Screens Inc. or something like that. Sounds like a real stable company. This could be fun, Nick. Let's go. Computers aren't really my thing, Maya. We'll be fine. I know all about that high-tech stuff. I wonder about that. It's just around the corner from this joint. You should take a look. A computer firm called Blue Screens Inc. Huh? Okay, so can we go there now? There we go. Let's go there. Interesting. Hello. This place is so high-tech, you can almost smell the electricity in the air. It's a computer firm, Maya. They can't work without electricity, you know. Who are you? Oh, who are you? Oh, hello. I'm sorry. Access is restricted to authorized personnel only. This is a computer programming laboratory. There are far too many trade secrets that could be leaked. Wow, what secrets? Everything you see here is classified. No information can leave this building. Understood. Who is this woman? She's like a robot from some kind of whacked educational show. My name is Lisa Basil. I'm the company director. Director? She's human. She seems more like a ghost in a shell. And that thing over her eye, isn't that the same device as Glen Elk's? That's a DMH, right? Nice try, but it's the other way around, Maya. It's a HMD. All of my programmers here at Blue Screens Inc. are supplied with HMDs. Then do you write programs too? No, I just enjoy wearing this. They are pretty cool. I wouldn't mind one. Okay, let's talk to this lady then. So, what exactly is this firm's business? I will try to simplify it so that you can understand. We analyse the data management systems required by certain branches of industry, and then deliver optimum operating systems and source-level components to them. Huh? You lost me on the corner of analyse and management. It doesn't matter. They analyse stuff. You got that much, right? The software we produce is distributed on CDs. CDs? Yes, compact disc. Digital optical storage media. Of course. CDs are used for software as well as music. It's a small firm, but all of my employees are first-class programmers. Let's ask one of them what they are doing. Excuse me, what are you working on right now? I'm researching the impact of time slicing. Okay. Obviously. Okay. Uh-huh. Well, you get the idea. This is the sort of thing we are involved in. Did you good people follow all of that? Yeah. Your blank smile just said otherwise, Maya. Okay. So what happened? You know about what happened, right, Miss Basil? You mean about Glenn being poisoned? Yes, I know. It's terrible. Can you tell us anything that might be helpful? I don't think so. A police officer was here earlier too, but I couldn't tell him anything either because the waitress who committed the crime has nothing to do with Blue Screen's Inc. Oh. How about Mr. Elg's desk? Have you cleared it out already? No, not yet. This one, right in front of you. If there's anything that might be useful to you, you are welcome to take it. I guess there might be a clue here somewhere. Okay, so can we examine then the desk? Let's go see if we can find some things. Okay, so, well, this is already out of place. So what's this? Whoa, look at this desk, Nick. What a mess. Looks pretty average to me. But you can't get any work done with everything all over the place like this. You think? Real whiz kids can work under any condition, you know. She's trying to hint that I should tidy my desk more. I'll clean up my desk when Maya stops asking silly questions. No hurry then. Hey, this calendar. What about it? If this is another hint about tidying, you can forget it. Someone marked December 3rd in red pen. December 3rd? That's the day Mr. Elg was murdered. Is there anything else? Yeah, it says, meet with the tiger. The tiger? Okay. Interesting. Stuff all over the floor. Wow, look at this mess. Looks like they're all betting tickets. What kind of betting tickets? For betting on which horse will win a given race. They're horse racing tickets. Oh wow, these drawers are stuffed full of these. Looks like they're all losing tickets though. So we had... Okay. He had a bit of a gambling problem. This many tickets would get you what? A buck down at the recycling centre? But I didn't know you were so hard up that you'd try to profit from the dead, Nick. I'm just taking them as evidence, Maya. Okay, so we got horse race tickets. Let's ask her about Glenn. About Mr. Elk. He was a top programmer. I would even say he was a genius. But he did suffer from one or two bugs in his personality. Oh, like what? He was a bit of a loser. Perhaps that would be the best way to describe it. That's what got him into trouble. What's the matter? He was a top programmer. I would even say he was a genius. So he was really no trouble at all. A model employee. Hey, wait a minute. Just now you said something about him being in trouble. We've got to find out what this trouble was exactly. Okay, is it the... Okay, well, clearly we're going to have to come... Oh, now we've got something to talk about. That's fine. Okay. About Mr. Elk? Was he in some kind of trouble? I'm sorry, why would you think that? I thought you said something about it just now. You said he got himself into trouble because he was a bit of a loser. Uh-oh. Okay, 3 locks. 3 cyclops. I guess Mr. Elg is like every other man with his own pile of secrets. I guess he is. Okay, well, I don't know whether we've got anything that we can use for her right this minute. So let's go see if we can gather up some stuff. Let's go to Trebian. I guess. We've been here. What about... We haven't been to the kitchen for a while. Huh? Mr. Armstrong's talking to someone. I'll be back next month. Oui, naturellement. I'll be waiting for you. If you haven't got it by then, I'm afraid it might get a little hot around here. No, I will have everything ready, I promise. I love fire, you know. I love the way it crackles. No. Stop it, I beg you. Is she some sort of, like, loan shark? Then don't let me down. I'll be watching you. Mais non, this is not necessary. You can trust me, mademoiselle. Talk to anyone and I'll drive a knife right through your heart. Oh no, you do not have to worry. You know, you worry far too much. Maybe this will help you relax. It is la oil of sandalwood. Ooh, I love sandalwood. I do love raw meat from time to time. Ah. I'll be taking my leave. Goodbye for now. Ugh, I have the shivers. I must rub some of my oil all over my body before I could become the nervous wreck. Oh, oui, that feels good. Ugh. Ooh la la. Excusez-moi, monsieur. My eyes. Your eyes. If you have trouble with your eyes, you need this. La oil of sandalwood. Isn't this just the leftovers of what you were just using? Gross. Okay, so let's see if he has got any more to say today. You don't exactly have many customers, do you, Mr. Armstrong? No, you are right, monsieur. But perhaps that is the perfect time for you to visit me, no? That way, I can give you my undivided attention and cook for you la dish supreme. Putting on a brave face, huh? That's what girls do, Nick. But you are right. Business is very difficult these days. Perhaps the name is the problem. People do not understand it. They think it is Trey. I just wanted people to think that my restaurant was exclusive. But they think he just served fast food on cheap plastic trays. Nick, that's the kind of thing that can make a girl cry. Have you forgotten that Mr. Armstrong is a man, Maya? But the restaurant is my life. It is everything to me. I will defend it to la finale. No one will take it from me. Okay, so who was the woman just now? So, who was that woman you were just talking to? Ooh la la, you saw that? Well, yes. Sorry. So, who was she? She looked so polite and graceful. Polite? Graceful? And she likes raw meat and fires, right? I'll be back next month. Oui, naturellement. I'll be waiting for you. If you haven't got it by then, I'm afraid it might get a little hot around here. No, I will have everything ready, I promise. Now that I think about it... Hey, Maya, I think it's pretty clear what conversation they were having. You think so? Well, then let's show him that piece of evidence and see what happens. Okay, so let's present him the loan. She's got to be the loan shark. Maybe she is, tender Linda. So long as that paper exists, I am but a delightful angel with similar broken wings. An angel, huh? Doesn't bode well when you think about it. Oui, they kept harassing me month after month. In the end, I had to give in. I agreed to help them. Help them? With what? Maybe, and if I did not owe them the money, I would have refused. But my hands were tied. Please, or what did you agree to help them with? No, I cannot say. If I tell you that woman, she will slice me up and eat me with la salad garnish. I hope it doesn't mean that he'll literally be sliced up and served with garnish. I'm going to guess that that woman has something to do with your loan contract, am I right? Ah, please, Mr. Armstrong, tell us about that woman. Okay, can you talk about that woman just now? The woman who was here earlier, I take it that she's, why, as it comes to this, what a tragedy. Suddenly I find myself so deep in la debt. It is a sign of the bad world we live in, huh? No, I'd say it's more of a sign of a bad culinary skills. The woman who was here, the scary woman, she is from the loan office. Loan office? Is that where you borrowed $500,000 from? Tender lender, it is called. Catchy name. Just hearing it makes me want to borrow some money. Please, you must not borrow from them. If you must, no more than $10. $10? Sounds like your whole monthly stipend, Maya. Hey, I get a bit more than that, thank you very much. So, Tenderlender is the loan office you borrowed $500,000 from, huh? I wonder if they've got anything to do with this case. I mean, they could have, so let's keep asking. I am a weak woman. When I am upset, I have to buy something nice to cheer me up. Thanks to him loaning me the money, I have to pay back $500,000 now. I am like his slave. I have to do everything that he tells me. Who's this? He? The tiger. The tiger? Oui. He is the manager of the Tenderlander. A terrifying man. The big city mobster. When he shouts at me, my knees are trembling and his voice is ringing in my ears for 3 days. As soon as I hear the noise of the battered old scooter he rides, I start to cry. A big city mobster who rides a battered old scooter. Does this guy resemble me by any chance? Oh, no. This man is as a presence. This man as a presence. A most formidable personality. Although, he does have la spiky hair, just like you. There is a resemblance there, I suppose. Sounds like this loan office is worth checking out after all. If you want to visit the Tenderlender, it is just beyond Vitamin Square. Hey, Nick, if you need money, I can loan you some, as long as it's less than $3. Thanks for the offer. Just beyond Vitamin Square, huh? Okay, so I just want to double check the achievements just quickly. Okay. I don't know if this is right. Let me just double check something real quick. Because I don't really want to go 1 second. Okay. So yes. Okay, so I need to do some stuff here. Okay. Well, that's fine. So we're going to present everything to him right now. Please, monsieur, there is no need to show me that. You are on Phoenix Wright, the worst defense attorney in town. I'm pretty sure I know how he formed this completely wrong impression of me. The last time we met, did I show you this badge? Oui, you flashed it to everyone in the restaurant. Looks like Zinioff is a bigger fan of flashing stuff than you are, Nick. That's nice. I think I need to present some things. Oh, what a beautiful pendant. It would look stunning on me with that earrings. Please don't steal it again, okay? It's one of a kind. I could just have a sliver of it, none. It's not a block of cheese, you know. Okay, let's just keep presenting things. This is the paper that the victim brought with him. MC Bomber. Oui. Does that mean something to you? No, I only speak French, mademoiselle. But we found it behind your magazine rack. Oh, how naughty I am. I haven't cleaned for such a long time. Okay. Presenting. Let me just get back to where I am in my brain. About this. Felicitations. Mais. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Ah, je ne comprends. Nick, don't just make something up. Okay. About this. Felicitations. Okay, so interesting. Oh la la, so you have eaten my lunch, oui? Tell me, monsieur, did you enjoy the lunch I prepared for you? It was a unique and wild mix of flavours. That was the first time I ever had lobster, you know? Lobster? There was no lobster in my lunch. Huh? But it said lobster right on the menu. Mademoiselle Meyer, please, you must read the menu more carefully. It says a dish inspired by lobster and abalone fricassee with a balsamic vinaigrette. Oh, it's inspired, is it? Oui, inspired by these ingredients, but not perhaps made from them. N'est-ce pas? Well, guess that's the way the cookie crumbles, Nick. The way the lunch tasted, it's probably 99% perspiration and 1% inspiration. Okay. Let's keep just presenting things. What is it? Is this your scooter? No. I saw it before in Vitamin Square, you see. Mon Dieu. No. Take it away. Do not show that to me. Talk about an allergic reaction. Okay. So long as that paper exists. Okay. We've talked about all of this. Oops. Present this. It is true, my vases are broken all the time. I bought new ones the next day after the incident. But they wouldn't let me put it on the table because of the investigation. Okay. About this. Okay. We're working on it. If only I had taken the right lottery ticket, I would not have any debts right now. I would be free. Look on the bright side, Mr. Armstrong. You won $1, right? A lack of remorse for having stolen something. Priceless. Okay. going, we're going. Okay. Right, so, and then it says present the profiles. You have such a pretty smile, my petite tulip. Who, me? Oui. The smile is the most important thing for us girls, n'est-ce pas? Sure. You have a perfect face for a waitress, you know. Thanks. I guess if things don't work out someday, then maybe I'll be back. What things? Is she talking about her being a spirit medium? What beauty. That's my sister. Ah, oui. Another delight. But you have a certain je ne sais quoi that I do not sense from your sister. I do? So throw your head high. Thrust out your feminine features. Do not lose heart in the film. You are a woman extraordinaire. Do I look like I need cheering up or something? Maybe. Oh, how it hurts me to see that poor girl's face. Maggie's. I heard she was super... What? Superhumanly unhappy. What? Superhumanly? And if she hadn't come to work for me, she wouldn't have got into this mess. Huh? I'm missing something here, aren't I? Je suis désolée, Maggie. Please forgive me. Ah, the dead man. The first in my restaurant. No way, you mean the first customer you've ever had? No. It was the first time I've had a dead man in my restaurant. Such a shame to lose a customer after it's only his first meal. Okay. Right, gumshoe. Him. This old man is a regular here. My speciality of cappuccino and cold water is one of his favourites. Was he here at the time of the incident? Oh, he was here. I am sure of it. When the incident happened, the old man was here. Okay. It is odd to imagine, I know, but I was an apprentice for 5 years in Le Gay, Paris. Wow, in Paris. It was something Le Chef said told me that made me decide to open my own restaurant. What was it? That awful man said to me, you must train for another 10 years. Oh, it was such a shock, so unexpected, but you would have to be a fool to do this, huh? Okay. Okay. So I don't have anything more to present to him. We move. Okay. Let's move. Well, I'm going to head back to the precinct now. We've got a big meeting starting in a bit. About Maggie's case, you mean? No, that's pretty much wrapped up now. There's another big case going down at the moment, so she's been pushed aside. Okay, well, see you later then. Bye. Okay. And he's back. You better get going, detective, or you'll be late. Actually, I've kind of got a favour to ask. It's a big one. Okay. A favour? Yeah. It's for, Maggie, actually. I was kind of hoping you'd give this to her for me. What is it? It's a lunchbox. I got up early so I could make it. I've been real worried about her. She looked like she'd lost a lot of weight. Detective Gumshoe. How many weenies are in here? There's not a person on earth who could eat this much meat. You think? I love weenies. I can't get enough of their tender juiciness. So will you give it to her? It took me ages to make, so please say you will, pal. I I can't exactly say no, can I? Okay. Maybe I'll eat it myself if I get hungry. Don't forget, okay? I'm counting on you to give that to Maggie. He's finally gone. Okay, so let's go to... Should we go to Tenderlender first? Past Vitamin Square, I guess. I don't see any sign of Mr. Kudo, do you? Maybe he went to buy another ton of birdseed. I was kind of hoping he wouldn't be here anyway. At least, not for now. Besides, any more seeds today and I'm liable to turn into a real phoenix. Okay, let's go to Tenderlender then. Interesting. This place gives off a really strange vibe, doesn't it? Looks like the tiger isn't in his lair. And that is, as they say, a very good thing. Welcome. Talk about a creepy voice makes your soul want to shrivel up and die. You're here to discuss a loan? No, not exactly. The manager is away at the moment. Wait quietly, please. She's gone. Just like that. I guess we'll just have to come back another time. But this is a perfect opportunity, Nick. This place reeks of suspicion. Come on, Nick. Let's take a look around, okay? Do you think it'd be okay? Of course. No one will ever know. Coffee? Ah. I'll leave it here for you to enjoy. Quietly. Yes, thank you. Do not touch the desk, please. Okay, Nick, let's get out of here. Now she wants to get out of here. Okay, so let's just have a quick look around. Let's see. What is this? Let's see. This round doll thing is called a Daruma, I think. I figured I'd read a book or two and be more cultured in case you're wondering. You mean you aren't making stuff up for a change? I bet you also didn't know that no matter what, he'll always right himself. Go on, Nick. Give him a good shot. Only if I feel like dying. Now, this yellow thing. This is a Japanese chess piece. I think it's a king. Not that I'm an expert or anything. I'm more of a reversey person, you know? Assuming she knows what she's talking about, these aren't exactly your typical mobster wannabe items. They're not trophies, are they? Hey, there's a piece of paper sticking out from under here. What is it? A repair bill. Looks like he did some repair work on his car. Does he even have one? $15,000 to replace a bumper and a light. That's insane. The car's registered to Cadavernis. Cadaverinis? So it's not even the tiger's car. Why would someone else's repair bill be in the tiger's office? Good question, good question. Okay, so what about this CD here? There's a CD player on the desk, but the desk is so loud. It's a wonder you can hear it. The lid's open. I wonder what kind of music the tiger's into. Have you finished the coffee? Ah. Yes, thanks. It was lovely. So, you drank it all? If you touch anything else that doesn't belong to you, there's always another cup. That coffee. It was laced with something, I'm almost sure of it. My stomach, it's killing me. Oh, wait. Maybe it was just the burger I ate for breakfast. I sure hope so. We'd better take a look at that CD while we're still alive and have the chance. What the? What? It's not the Rocco soundtrack, is it? Claw of the Tiger? It's a demo CD. The artist's name has been handwritten on the disc in pen. MC Bomber. What? This must be the CD Maggie told us about. Let's listen to it. I bet it's heavy metal. No way. That woman will make us drink more coffee if we do. Okay. So let's look at this. Oh. Someone dropped the ashtray on the floor. That's going to be a nightmare to clean up. Yeah. All over the rug and everything. I accidentally knocked over a really big space heater once. Cleaning up was such a pain. It was one of those super antiques where you have to burn a ton of charcoal. How did she manage to knock one of those over? Aren't they supposed to be super heavy? Oh, hey. There's a book of matches here too. Matches, huh? Places don't give those out much nowadays. Hey, wait a second. What is it? Look what's printed on its cover. It says Trebian. These matches could come in handy. We might be able to use them. Yeah. The pilot light for the office boiler keeps going out. Swing and a miss, Maya, swing and a miss. Okay, and then look at that fancy coat. Hey, look at this Parisian style coat. It's so chic. Looks like more like a pimp coat to me. Guess I haven't got an eye for fashion. Hey, look at this. This suit is the same colour as the one you wear, Nick. The same colour as my suit. Ah. Keep your voice down, Maya. Nick, you've got to take a look at this. Some K. Ah. I'll just leave it here for you. Yeah, sure. I am. Thanks. Just wait here quietly. Otherwise. Sure. Did you hear that, Nick? Wait quietly, she said. Yeah, sure. I have my eye on you. Only so I can take care of you. Understand? She's creepy as all hell. I'm scared, Nick. So, what were you getting so excited about before? Look, on the lapel of this suit. That's an attorney's badge. Is the tiger a lawyer? No, wait, look at this thing. It's made of paper. For some reason, your badge suddenly looks really cheap to me, Nick. Why doesn't anyone recognise an obviously fake badge when they see one? Okay, it looks like the tiger's back. Ah. Come out from under the desk, Maya. What are you two snooping around in my office for? Nothing. We're just... My precious carpet. You've got ash on my rug. You're gonna wish your ugly feet never came through my door. It wasn't us. It was already... You just want to argue with me? Is that what you're doing? You think yous can take me on? I'm gonna flatten yous two into pancakes and turn yous into my new rugs. Oh, don't tigre. You're back. Don tigre. Oh, that voice. It's like evil seeping into your head through your ears. Okay. I'm sorry, Don Tigre. I knocked over that ashtray earlier, and she got a death wish or what? Oh, right. Huh? Forget about it, Violetta. It's nodding. Wait, what? What? I ain't gonna get mad at you. You're too cute, you hear? That's so unfair. Here, have some cookies. I just baked them. And you'll need some strong espresso while you're discussing your loan. Okay. Phoenix Wright. Yes. You's either crazy or just plain stupid to chase after me. I worked so hard, but now you's gonna come and mess up my plan. So it was him. He's my phony. Hey, but I don't care. No one gets in my way. What? I mean, excuse me? You should have left a little girl at home, right? No questions. This is the last time we meet. Wait, please. That was pretty weak, Nick. You waited until he was out of earshot before you shouted after him? Like you'll want to talk. I didn't hear you scream, hold it either. The espresso. And cookies. This woman is definitely not good for my heart. Now, what was it the tiger called her? Violetta? Can we talk to you now? So, I'm kind of curious about your company, Tender Lender. With the warm and friendly atmosphere you'd expect from a family-sized business, a conscientious rate of interest, and an attractive repayment policy. Why do I get the feeling this sentence is not going to end well? We will tenderly lend you that little bit extra here at Tender Lender. Hey Nick, things are a bit tight for Wright & Co at the moment, aren't they? I mean, there's that $500 you owe me from our card game for starters. Why don't you take out a loan? Would I like to take a loan out from a place like this? Not so much. Tender Lender is on your side. So, let's say I'm late with my repayment. What happens then? Oh, we'd give you more coffee. Strong coffee. Right. I think I'd rather skip town. Hey, just remember I can make strong coffee too, Nick. Strong tea as well. Okay. So, do you know about the incident we're investigating? What incident? Well, a man was poisoned in a restaurant just near here. That incident. Let me see. I was here that day with the manager. The manager being the tiger. Furio Tigre. Furio Tigre. So that's where the tiger thing comes from. Zinioff. Eoff's got a real name. Nick, hurry up and find out more about him. Okay, so I guess we present his profile then, Mr. Zinioff. Can I ask you about the tiger? I mean, Mr. Tigre. Cookie? Sure. How do you like my cookies? I baked them myself. Go ahead, Nick. The honour is all yours. No, ladies first, Maya. No matter how I look at this, I just don't get it. What are the tiger and this scary girl doing working together? We are lovers. That's not exactly coming across in your tone of voice. And I owe Don Tigre my life. He's the one who saved me. The tiger saved you. Please address him properly as Don Tigre. Otherwise, I'll have to... Okay. Don Tigre, of course. I'm sorry. He saved her life. I'd sure like to know how that happened. Okay, so can we ask her about that? I'm very frail, you see. Just recently, I died. Once. You died? About 4 months ago. The doctors said to abandon all hope. I guess they were expecting her to take a boat ride across the River Styx. But Don Tigre, he saved me. He gave up everything. Everything? And when I found out what he had done for me, I was happy. No offence, but I'm finding that a little hard to believe. I decided I'd pay him back with my life by serving him coffee and espresso. I still wonder about what's in her coffee. So is that why you've got that bandage around your head? This. So what's the story with the bandage? They put it on after the operation. Operation? It's just a little injury. A little fatal injury. A fatal injury? Maya just suffered one herself by the sounds of it. So that's the injury you were talking about before when you said you had died once. Okay, so these side parts. 4 of them. Interesting. Ugh, she really creeps me out, Nick. Same here. But we've got to find out the truth. Okay, so I'm not sure I've got anything I can throw at her either yet. So let's go keep investigating for a bit. There he is. Old Seedy's back feeding the pigeons again. There, take this and this and get out of my park. Like I thought, he's really mad. Come on, Maya. Just keep your head down and let's sneak away while we can. What? Why? Hello, old man. What are you doing, Maya? Huh? Hey, he just turned his back on us. I'm not surprised. I bet I really hurt his pride in court this morning. Hey, Mr. Kudo? Look, we really need to talk to you, alright? Out with the demons, in with good fortune. Ow, ow, ow. Seeds, shell splinters, painful. I always knew you were a demon, Maya. Okay, so let's talk to him then. I'm sorry about what happened in court earlier today. Everyone will be talking about behind my back now. A dirty old man who was so busy looking at the serving girl's backside, so that he can't remember her face. A filthy, depraved animal. Not at all. Are you listening to me, boy? I don't care what you say. I saw that waitress put it in. She put some white powder into the young lad's Javachino. We hear you. And another thing, the young layabout was wearing an earpiece on the same side as the lens of his broken spectacles. We're really sorry. So I made a little mistake about the vase. So what? I know what I saw. I tell you. Okay, take it easy, please, Mr. Kudo. Don't tell me to take it easy, you spiky-haired brat. Take this. Okay, let's ask him about being an embroiderer. You said you were a craftsman, right? The modern world casts honest craftsmen like me aside in droves. Surely it's not that. I come from a long line of craftsmen, right back to the time of the shoguns. You hear me? I didn't become an embroiderer, I was born one. Okay. Actually, I'm kind of in the same situation myself. I wanted to stick my fingers up that dribbling old judge's nose and scream right down his ear hole. Objection. Oh, so you did want to become a lawyer when you were young? I don't think that's quite it, Maya. I think he's just in a bad mood, that's all. I've got a tsunami of frustration inside and it's ready to burst out. If we let him start rambling now, I might never shut him up. What should I do? We're going to suck it up is what we're going to do. Guess I better let him talk. So there's not much call for craftsmen these days then? Of course not, you idiot. All I'm good for nowadays is running errands. Errands? Everyone takes advantage of the elderly. Buy some bread, Gramps. Take the dog for a walk, Grandad. Feed the pigeons, old man. What am I, some sort of 2-bit community handyman? Well, buy some bread, now that I can understand. What's the point of feeding some seedy pigeons? Why don't people say what they mean? Get lost. That's what they're trying to say. Oh yes, I'm just an inconvenience, you see. At home, at that restaurant, I just get in the way, don't I? I'm sure you don't. Wait a minute. What did you just say? At home and at that restaurant? Hold up. My restaurant? Are you talking about Trebian? Did you get asked to run an errand there too? Yes, I did. The very day that young brat was poisoned. What? What was the errand, sir dude? So on the day of the incident, what were you asked to do? Glad you asked, boy, because I'll tell you what I was asked to do. All of a sudden, that young lad slumped over the table. The serving girl collapsed. And I broke that vase. It all happened so fast I was in a bit of a daze, you see. Okay. Then the owner shouted over to me. Excusez-moi, you call the police. Call them yourself, I should have said back. But I didn't think of it at the time. So, did you end up calling the police? Like I said, I was in a bit of a daze. Did you call them on your cell phone? Do I look like I'd have one of those newfangled thingamajigs? I went out looking for a payphone, of course. You went looking for one? I couldn't find one right away, you know. Wondered about 5 minutes or so. 5 minutes? So for 5 minutes after the incident happened? Yes, sirree. The owner was at Trebian on his own. Why didn't you mention this in court this morning? Well, I would have if you'd given me the chance. But you all bullied me out of the courtroom. Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You've certainly earned your kudos for today. Wait a minute. If that's the case, there's more. I've got more to say. Oh yes, I remember something else. Bailiff escorted the witness out of the courtroom. It's not my fault. You're the ones to blame. You could have at least told us before we got to court. Is it really that important that Mr. Kudo was the one who called the police? What's important is the unaccounted time before the police arrived. The victim was dead, and Maggie was unconscious. Which leaves that man, alone in the restaurant. Mr. Kudo might have been chased out of the place on purpose. What do you mean? Maybe a certain someone didn't want him in the restaurant? Oh, sure. You go ahead and say I was in the way as usual. I suppose I should have been getting myself covered in pigeon poop instead, huh? We need to get more details about exactly what happened. From Maggie and from Mr. Armstrong. Okay, so I guess that we're going to talk to Maggie then, I guess. Let's go Trebian. Let's go talk to Maggie first. Oh, Mr. Wright. Hello, Maggie. So they finished questioning you? Wasn't it just unbelievable in court today, sir? I'm going to stay up all night and blog about everything that happened. Weren't you scared? It was pretty touch and go in there. Yeah, but you totally nailed the old man. Well, he was all over the place with his testimony. He's not the only one. Huh? What do you mean? Everyone else's testimonies don't match up either. Not with what I remember of the incident, anyway. Is it possible that she is the one misremembering things? I mean, it could be, but... Okay, let's ask her about what contradiction she thinks. Maggie, you know how you said that everyone else provided testimony that doesn't match up with what you remember? Yep. There are just so many things that don't seem to add up. The biggest contradiction is the other guy I saw at the victim's table. He was the one who slipped something into the victim's coffee. I'm sure it was him. But didn't Mr. Kudo testify earlier today that it was the waitress who put some white powder into the coffee cup? So you really think it was this disappearing man that did it? Well, He's not the only thing that disappeared. The CD vanished as well. You know, the CD with the writing on it? Oh, yeah. The MC Screwdriver album, right? It was MC Bomber, Maya. Their name was scrawled on the sports paper as well. They never did find that CD at the crime scene, sir. Or the victim's medication. That's gone missing too. My head. This is getting way too complicated for me. Okay, let's ask about after the incident. You said that you passed out when the victim, Glenn Elk, collapsed, right? Yes. It's so embarrassing. I mean, I used to be a cop. But when I came to, the restaurant was buzzing with police. And before I knew what was going on, they arrested me, sir. So between the time the victim collapsed and the time the police arrived on the scene, you have no idea what went on at Trebienne? No, no idea at all. Why? Is it important, Mr. Wright? The other witness, the old man from the park, was pretty much chased out of the picture. Chased out of the picture? What do you mean? Old CD wasn't inside the restaurant because he was told to go call the police. Exactly. And you, Maggie, were unconscious. That means Mr. Armstrong was alone in the restaurant for a brief period of time. No. You don't think Mr. Armstrong set me up, do you? When you consider the facts, it's hard to imagine that Mr. Armstrong isn't involved in this at all. It's like the master biting the paw of the dog that it feeds. Are you sure about this, Mr. Wright? Well, the old man said as much when we spoke to him earlier. I don't know. The things that old man says don't add up for some reason, sir. Maggie looks like she's trying to figure something out. Maybe we should ask Maggie exactly what she knows about old CD. Okay, so we're going to present then old CD. I feel much better after the trial this morning. I've been a bit of a courtroom proceedings addict for years now. It feels like forever since I saw a witness as slippery as that old man. He's not really that bad of an old man, though. Still, I feel a bit uneasy. Huh? I thought you said you just said you felt much better. Maggie, if there's something on your mind, you've got to tell us. Especially if it has anything to do with Mr. Kudo or his testimony. Roger, I'll spill it all and see what you make of it. Okay. So we've now got Victor's testimony to ask about. Is there anything about Mr. Kudo's testimony that stood out as odd to you? Actually, yes. The fact that he was even testifying to begin with doesn't quite what? Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table, it's true that there was another customer in the restaurant. Yeah, we know that already. It was Victor Kudo. But I can't really say it was an old man. Okay, then how about calling him a really old middle-aged man? No, age isn't the issue. The other customer was a woman. A woman? Are you sure, Maggie? Well, I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. So what did this woman look like? She was sort of creepy. And she had a kind of cackling laugh. Creepy? Cackling? Why do I get the feeling that I've come across a woman like that recently? Okay. So should we give her the lunch that Gumshoe gave us? Let's give her that. Oh, yeah. I've got something you're going to love. Really? What is it? A lunchbox. Just for you. Here. Wow. A lunchbox. Weenies too. Can't believe it. Thank you, sir. Did you make this just for me, Mr. Wright? Nah. It was Detective Gumshoe. Who else would make such a nice lunchbox for you? Detective Gumshoe? He's really worried about you. Looks like you put a lot of effort into making this, too. I can't accept it. Detention centre rules. No gifts allowed, sir. Hey, come on, Maggie. Don't be like that. The rules are the rules. They'll lock you up if you break them. Somehow, when an ex-cop turned waitress says that, it seems a whole lot scarier. And anyway, I hate weenies. Oh, really? It's all yours, Maya. You can enjoy it with Mr. Wright. But she's right. It's better than letting it go to waste. But I guess so. Okay, Gumshoe's lunchbox eaten with Maya. Well, how was it? I hit the spot. I love weenies. Oh, good. I'm glad I gave it to you then, sir. Okay, so that didn't go as planned. So let's go to... Oh, should we tell Gumshoe about it? The main server just went up in smoke. Why the heck isn't the press conference set up yet? The superintendent's here already. Yeah, and there's a problem with the internet too. I already told you to stop using your computer, Chief. But I'm watching videos online. I'm catching up on my Asian soap operas. It's gonna have to wait, Chief. I'm throwing the switch. No, just when some youngie was about to confess his son's hot-to-trot girlfriend. Wow, this place is really buzzing. Something must be going down. Something really big. Huh? What are you doing here, pal? Detective Gumshoe. You can't be here right now. You'll be roped into the briefing if you stay. Huh? We've got big problems here today. Why? What's going on? It's a virus. A virus. A virus? There's a virus ripping through the precinct's computer system. But I really need to ask you some questions. Can we talk about Tenderlander? Okay, I'm only going to say this once, so listen up. Yes. No matter how poor you get, never borrow money from a place like this. You hear? Okay. If you got money trouble, just go on a diet of instant noodles and hang in there. We're not thinking about borrowing money, Detective. We want information. Oh, is that all? Well, let's see. Tenderlander is considered to be even fishier than the average illegal loan shark. And it seems it ran into trouble just recently. Those guys have been pretty heavy-handed, calling in their debts. Really? Don't go poking your nose around in their business, pal. You'll really regret it if you upset that lady. Alright, I get the picture. Wait a minute. What did he just say? That lady? Who's this lady he's talking about, Nick? We better find out what the story is with this lady. Okay, let's ask about the computer viruses. So what exactly is a computer virus, Detective Gumshoe? I don't know. What? Look, I just go with the flow, alright, pal? And here I thought detectives were supposed to be somewhat knowledgeable. What's with that face, pal? You think you know what a virus is? Well, Nick, do you? A computer virus? Sure. I mean, only in simple terms, of course. Really? Wow. You know everything, Professor Nick. Yeah, I'm going to call you Dr. Wright from now on. Hey, that sounds pretty cool. Don't you agree, Dr. Wright? Why do I get the feeling they're making fun of me? Okay, fine. I'm no expert, but I can at least explain the basics to the two of you. Okay, what's a virus? Sure. A virus is a program that gets inside a computer and causes damage. Damage? You mean it makes the machine go boom and explode? No, the damage is, well, it's all internal. So the inside goes boom, right? Imagine all the case data you've got stored on your PCs here at the station. A virus could wipe out all that. That's the kind of damage I'm talking about. Whoa, that's scary. Yeah, and what's even more scary is that the viruses are infections. Infections? Most computers are connected together on a network, right? A virus can move from one machine to another over the network. So the virus just keeps spreading faster and faster. Just like a real virus, huh? But Nick, why would anyone want to make a program like that? Yeah, it takes ages to type in all that data. Why would you want to destroy it, pal? No, people don't infect their own machines. They send the virus to someone else's. What? That's horrible. Oh, I get it. It's like you sneezing on Mr. Godot so he catches a cold. Right. Then he wouldn't be able to turn up in court because he'd be too sick. You really shouldn't do stuff like that, Nick. It's wrong. Hey, what? When and why did the conversation jump to talking about me? Anyway, that's what a computer virus is. A bad program that causes damage. And all the different viruses have names, right? I kind of feel like I've heard the name of the virus we caught somewhere before. The name of the virus, huh? I feel like I've heard it before too. Okay. Is it MC Bomber? Detective Gumshoe, about this. What? I'm trying to concentrate on Maggie and the virus right now, so I... This is it. Stupid name. I remember now. Thought so. Here it comes. Don't just nod to yourself and keep me in the dark, Nick. What's going on? It's okay, Maya. You don't have to cry about it. The name scribbled on that sports paper and written in that CD. That's the name of the virus. MC Bomber. What? Yeah. The virus has just infected every computer in the station, pal. It's MC Bomber. Can you give us any more details, please? MC Bomber. We already knew about MC Bomber virus from a while back. A group of criminals issued a series of demands to the head honchos of law enforcement. They threatened to release the virus if their demands weren't met. Who are they? I don't know. Some hotshots from the criminal underworld would be my guess. And now the virus has been released, huh? Yeah, it's in every computer in every public office in the city. Everyone's going nuts. They're hopping around like they're dancing at a carnival. All this stuff with criminals and viruses, it almost feels like we're in a sci-fi movie. Apparently, the programmer who made the virus was a real genius or something. The focus right now is on tracing the root of this virus on the black market. You mean someone put this virus up for sale? Yeah, and because this one's so powerful, they're estimating its price tag was in the millions of dollars, pal. In the millions. A virus can't be worth that much. Okay, so that's so how about the lady? Can we talk about the lady? That's the girl who works over at Tenderlender. You want to stay away from her, okay? I mean it. She does look kind of unforgiving, doesn't she? That should be the least of your worries, pal. What's that supposed to mean? What could be worse? Her name's Viola Cadaverini. Cadaverini. She's the only granddaughter of Bruto Cadaverini. Bruto Cadaverini. Do you know who that is, Nick? Never heard of him. Bruto Cadaverini is the boss of the Cadaverini family. Cadaverinis. That's one scary sounding name. We can't touch them. They're way too powerful for the police. But you're thinking of taking them on, aren't you? No. I don't remember ever saying I was going to. I better get some more info of Gumshoe about this family. Okay, is that giving me another talking point? Yes. Okay, I'm not sure if I really want to get involved in this, but who are the Cadaverinis? Who are they? A scary bunch of people, that's who. You're a cop and you're scared. What's that about? Trust me, doesn't matter if you're a kid or a cop, these guys are scary. They've got some serious clout in the criminal underworld. We can't touch them. They've got too much moolah. Moolah? As in, they pretty much control the cash on the city's black market. All the cash. The black market, huh? And that includes Tenderlander, I take it? Sure. No one stands up to Bruto Cadaverini, and I mean no one. Interesting. So Viola's the granddaughter of some mafia boss then? Yeah, and everyone knows how much Bruto loves his little girl. She means everything to him. So, how did she end up at Tenderlander? I don't know, pal. But I heard she and the boss of Tenderlander are pretty tight. Tight? That's what it said in a file I read. Oh, I'm starting to get the yawns again, you guys. Okay. That's what it said in a file I read related to Maggie's case. Sounds like a pretty important clue. I can't believe it. I almost forgot the most important thing. And that is, you know, the lunchbox. How did everything go? Lunchbox. You remember the weenies? I hate weenies. Oh yeah, those weenies. So, how did my weenies taste when they went down the hatch? Huh? Well, it was delicious. Yeah, that's what she said. Really? Well, not exactly. Don't worry about it, pal. I figured something would happen, so I came prepared. Prepared? What do you mean? I made a jumbo lunchbox. Oh. Do me a favour again, huh, pal, and deliver this. This sure is a heavy burden, in more ways than one. I can just imagine Maggie's little eyes sparkling with joy when you bring her that. Weenies again, Nick. Tell me we don't have to eat all these too. Okay. I really can't eat anymore. Okay. Right. So, let's see. Let's go... Let's go back and see if we can break some of these Cyclops. Let's see what we've got. Okay, so we've got 3 on this one. Glenn's troubles. So, how about you tell me what kind of trouble Mr. L was in? I'm sorry, sir, but we don't deal with troubleshooting here. Perhaps you'd like to speak to someone in customer service? What's she talking about? I guess I better just take a shot and see where it gets me. Miss Basil, let me ask you something. Did Mr. L's troubles have something to do with this? Oh, I've got a whole extra page that I wasn't looking at. These? What is that? A bunch of horse racing tickets, all losing ones. With that many tickets, you could get $1 at the recycling centre. You good people are very, very bad. Cashing in on others' misfortunes is immoral. Is that a whiff of hypocrisy I smell? But what is the relevance of these tickets? The victim, Mr. Glenn L., he had a gambling habit, didn't he? I don't think that's a logical conclusion based on the facts. Everyone likes to go to the races from time to time. Yeah, but not everyone buys this many tickets. Anyway, I don't believe that proves anything on its own. You're right, but I'm not through yet. Mr. Al's gambling wasn't restricted to horse races, was it? Lottery tickets? The lottery, horse racing. He bought a lot of tickets and lost a lot of times. That's got to have hurt his wallet pretty bad, don't you think? Maybe bad enough to be the cause of some pretty serious trouble, perhaps? No, you are right. Glenn did have a gambling habit. You good people must not follow his example, do you understand? Trust me, even if I wanted to, I don't exactly have the money to buy any. But if you win, there's no problem, is there? And Glenn had a winning ticket, didn't he? For $500,000. Yeah, but it's hard to imagine how he could have been in trouble then, isn't it? It's true that Mr. Elg won $500,000 in the end, but that was his first stroke of good luck. He was in deep trouble before that. Deep trouble? What do you mean? Mr. Elg's real problem was with someone or something more terrifying and ferocious. Maybe the tiger? Furio Tigre, the boss of the loan office called Tenderlender. Tenderlender? People with businesses should think harder before naming their offices. I like your one to talk. Well, what do you think? Our firm is doing very well at the moment. I don't think we need to borrow money. No. I mean about Mr. Elg. You think Glenn had something to do with this Furio Tigre? Yes. I'm sorry. I don't know of any connection between the two of them. Really? Because I've got proof that Mr. Elg and the Tigre knew each other. And the tiger knew each other. Yeah, because he's got it written on his calendar. Furio Tigre, aka the Tiger, is the boss of a loan office called Tenderlender. This is who Mr. Elg met with on the day of his murder. And the only thing a loan shark would talk with him about would be his debt. It's true that Glenn had racked up quite a bit of debt from his gambling habit. About $100,000, I think. $100,000? Ouch. But I heard he won the lottery, so he should have been in the clear. Shame Maggie couldn't get that bit of luck. Okay. So the guy got lucky and won the lottery. What if he hadn't won? What was his plan then? Well, this isn't easy to say, but he said that he would use his talents to repay the money. His talents? I suspect he was talking about programming. What computer program is worth $100,000? Perhaps you good people should leave so I can get back to my work. I'm so close to cracking her. The program in question, was it by any chance this? Well, this is it, isn't it? This is a virus that's infecting computers worldwide as we speak. MC Bomber. Oh. Okay. We get Glenn's troubles. Glenn's head had more processing power than any computer, but it had been infected with the gambling virus. Glenn was in too deep. You mean he was in debt? Yes, $100,000 in debt. Not an easy amount to repay. So, he said that he was taking on some extra work. Something a bit risky. Risky? How? Maybe he was going to become a waitress at Trebian. Where do you come up with these ideas? Okay, what is this riskier? So it's safe to say that Mr. Elg was the creator of this virus, huh? The MC Bomber virus? Yes. It was the work of a genius. In a bad sort of way, of course, but still genius. Something like that would probably fetch several $1,000,000 on the black market. Inconceivable. Gumshoe was right for a change. This date, December 3rd, that is marked on his calendar. That was his deadline for repaying his debts. I guess we won't be needing these horse racing tickets anymore. Okay. Use the trash can, Nick. Okay. So let's go to... Who do we need to speak to? Go back to Tenderlender. And let's see if we can break it. Oh, no. See if we can break her little... the head bandage. You said the bandage around your head was from an operation? You also said that you suffered a fatal injury to the head, correct? Yes. The operation was very difficult, apparently. Now, by fatal injury, you mean you were hurt very badly somehow, right? Did the injury in question have something to do with this? Okay, so I know that I need to do something wrong here. So let's just do this, because I need her to offer me some donuts on this point. Well, donuts. Huh? I baked them myself. Homemade donuts. Have one. What's inside? Jam and... I'm sorry, but I didn't quite catch that. Thanks, but no thanks. I think I'll pass. Guess that was a flop. What happened to this woman for her to have such a huge bandage around her head? There must be some piece of evidence that'll prompt her to tell me what happened. Now, fatal injury. Yeah, there's that achievement. Nice. Did the injury in question have something to do with this? Okay. Something to do with the repair bill that we found in the... This. Okay. I have here a car repair bill. From this, it seems pretty obvious that this car was involved in an accident. Let me see that. This bill is made out to the Cadaverinis. Yes, it is. I don't think I ever introduced myself. Tell me, what do the Cadaverinis have to do with me? Something tells me she's not about to say hi and introduce herself. All right then. Your relationship with the Cadaverinis is very strong, and this is why. Because the guy is your granddad, this guy. I know exactly who you are, Viola Cadaverini. You sustained that injury in a traffic accident, didn't you? Oh, there's one. It happened about 4 months ago. I was driving in one of our family's cars when someone pulled out in front of me. It was a motorbike, or something like that. I don't remember it much. Anyway, I swerved to try and avoid it, but... took a blow to the head. A bad one. Yeah, I can imagine. So what happened to the person on the bike? I'm guessing they didn't get away with injuring the Viola Cadaverini, right? I don't know what happened to them. They ran away, or so I heard. Ran away? If they'd stayed, I'd have... Is it possible? Could the person who committed the hit and run have been this guy? It was this man, wasn't it? He was the cause of your accident. It wasn't Don Tigra. I refuse to believe it. We collided, the motorbike and my car. But Don Tigra isn't injured at all, is he? It was the tiger who caused Viola to crash. I can feel it. Plus, one of her locks just broke, so she must suspect it was him too. I'm sorry, Miss Cadaverini, but I have proof that the tiger was involved in a traffic accident on this bike. So we present the scooter because he's a bit beat. He's a bit beat up. Presente. It's not exactly a motorbike, but Mr. Tigra rides around on a scooter, doesn't he? And you'll notice that the front wheel guard is badly damaged. Ms. Cadaverini, you know the truth, don't you? This repair bill was paid by Furio Tigra. The cadaverinis have known for ages who caused the accident, haven't they? It's possible, perhaps. Somewhere inside me, I know that's maybe true. I knew it. But Don Tigra still saved my life. The operation was very complicated. It was very, very expensive. How much are we talking? Very, very, very expensive. She seems kind of hesitant about giving me an actual figure. I should back off. Well, anyway, it was the tiger who paid for it, right? After I recovered, Don Tigra told me he said he paid for the operation because he cared about me. I believe him. Really? But do you honestly believe that to be true? Do you want to know what I think? I think the reason he paid for your operation wasn't because of you, but because your granddad would have kicked his ass if you didn't. Perhaps I shouldn't be saying this, but your grandfather, Bruto Cadaverini, controls a lot of dubious cash, right? And you are his beloved pride and joy. Sure, I don't know exactly how much the operation cost, but if you weren't the granddaughter of Mr. Cadaverini, do you think Mr. Tigra would have paid the money? $1 million. Okay, now we can ask about the head bandage. 4 months ago, I was in a traffic accident. That's why I needed the operation. When I woke up, they told me it was nothing serious. A simple procedure. Oh, really? Well, I guess if she recovered in 4 months, it couldn't have been too big. They said the operation cost $1 million. $1 million. My grandfather ordered Don Tigra to pay $1 million in compensation. Compensation, huh? It's underworld lingo for paying money to settle a score. Basically, pay or get into some serious trouble. But $1 million? This has to be related to our poisoning case somehow. Okay, let's ask about the compensation. I wanted to believe him. I wanted to trust what Don Tigra had said. He said it had nothing to do with my grandfather being Bruto Cadaverini. I wanted to believe he helped me because he cared about me, not about my grandfather. Oh, it's kind of sad. But I knew that wasn't really true. Wow, I'm so sorry. What he did to get the money was evil. He said it was all for me, so I helped him. You helped him? In what way? Here, take these. What are these? Medical papers. I'm Bruto Cadaverini's granddaughter. He had to pay compensation. He was made an offer he simply couldn't refuse. Nice. Okay, so we've now got that. Wow, I feel so bad for Viola. It's inexcusable. Huh? There are two things that I consider inexcusable: poisoning and betrayal. Only a coward would hurt people using either of those tactics. Is everything all right, Nick? We should get going. Right after we finish our espresso. Yeah. I won't need to convince Viola of anything else, so I guess I can get rid of this. Okay, so we don't need the repair bill anymore. So let's just go back to the restaurant. Let's find out what Armstrong knows. Bonjour. I have been waiting for you to return. Mr. Armstrong. Ah, good timing. I was hoping to find you here. We'd like to ask you a few questions. Well, he hasn't got anything to say to you, fellas. Oh dear. It's Zinni off. Who are you calling Zinni Oopie? Come out from under the table already, Maya. Okay, hand it over. What? Yous want to play games with me? I don't recommend that. Those medical papers. No. Uh-oh. I think he wants Viola Cadaverini's papers back. You mean this? The $1 million medical papers? Miss Cadaverini trusted you. That's why she said that she helped you. Forget about it. That girl's dumber than an eggplant. Yous want to know what's sad? I'll tell yous what's sad. And it ain't only her face. She thinks she's got power because she's Bruto's little girl. Now that's sad. I can't let you have these papers. Tomorrow in court, I'm going to expose what you did to get the $1 million you used to pay this off. Are you crazy or something? I don't care if you want to give it to me or not. There's 2 of us here. You got that? 2. Oui. Mr. Armstrong. Forgive me, Desolé. I cannot argue with him. Oh dear. I think we just got beated up again. That really hurt. Is that all you've got? I'll be taking those papers now. Armstrong, get that lighter. Wait. Don't take it too hard, Phoenix Wright. That was so stupid. I shouldn't have let my guard down. Those medical papers were vital. Evidence. Hold it, pal. Hey, Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe? Detective? You think you're gonna stop me, copper? Beat it. Whoa. Come on, Gumshoe. Keep it together. You guys, get out of here. Leave this guy to me. But go, pal, and take this. If you get hurt, who's gonna look after Maggie, huh? Alright. Thanks, Gumshoe. Wait, Nick, don't leave me behind. I'll get even with that guy tomorrow. In court. Tenderlander is going down. Okay, to be continued. Right, so I'm going to leave it there then, you guys, because as you can hear, this demanding little puppy has decided he wants my attention. Wait, stop. Oi, stop. Okay, I'm going to stop. I was going to see. Okay, I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully. Bye.